Hey there! We're doing the campaign. This is a guide to the campaign. Just checking. Yeah. I did the first episode, and it turned out the audio is way off. What's going on? Some of my cast has just gone off, even though I'm on the Xbox. So we're gonna do campaign with starting the first chapter.
Constantly creating amazing new inventions. Get involved in rapid technological progress and ensure smoothly running transportation in different regions of the world.
Yeah, I recorded it, but the audio was off. I think it's correct. I did just have a no. It's we're doing Mining Miracle.
America.
Midst of the 20th Nadia.
In the Nevada territory, where until recently only a handful
The
of
buffalo grazed.
Nowadays, it's all hustle and bustle. Beyond the Sierra and near the Carson River, gold.
What's the Carson River?
There's supposed to be
I'm being
loads of it.
a moron, I think, a British
All you
one.
need to do is dig it up.
Mm.
Anyone who keeps at it hard enough will be richly rewarded. What a splendid opportunity.
Okay.
The Nevada territory, where until recently
chug in 3, 2, 1.
Nowadays, it's all hustle and bustle. Beyond the Sierra and near the Carson River, gold has been found.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be loads of it. All you need to do is dig it up. Anyone who keeps at it hard enough will be richly rewarded. What a splendid opportunity.
What a splendid opportunity. I'll just ignore the cursor in the top. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just go family.
Welcome to uncharted territory, newcomer.
This is my third time doing it at Yeast.
Wanna get rich?
That sounds like a good opportunity. Capitalism.
Then you're in just the right place.
Just do it, please.
Gold rush fever holds sway in Virginia City.
Which isn't in Virginia. I even.
You lucky devil. You've won the mining rights for a promising claim in a poker game at the Red Dog Saloon.
Good.
Soon you'll be hauling out gold nuggets as big as a cat's head.
Optimistic.
Thanks to cleverness.
Oh.
You have a gold mine. Get an overview. Find out where the riches lie.
You can just read the top, what it says in the top right section. So we need to, here, so you need to move around the camera, which is on my thing, F stick. I don't know what it actually is on a laptop. And you need to zoom in, which on mine is LT and RT. You need to do that for 2,000 meters, or what I've just done. You need to move the camera with yes stick if you're doing it on Xbox. I don't know what it is on PlayStation. You need to rotate the camera, which on my controller is right stick. And tilt the camera is just, well, tilting it. I don't know how to describe that. Same with right stick on mine. You just need to... with this, if there's a question mark, you have to click on it. They normally have a clicking thing. And then...
What a promising claim. Even though only a few boulders have been mined so far, that's no reason to lose heart. You just have to dig deeper. You ought to get hold of some solid timber from the nearby forest, so that the fine shaft doesn't cave in. The beams will be excellent for stabilizing the tunnel.
Checking.
Build a station where the horse carts can be packed with logs.
You need to put a truck station here. I'm just checking. Do I sound right? The music's quite loud, isn't it? Sorry. I'm gonna have to use a quite loud voice, which I am horrendous at using a loud voice.
Explain to the sort of thick-skulled which route you should take.
That's a bit insulting. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's a truck station that you can get out of the. So you click X on.
Small depot to park the horse-drawn carts too.
Oh, quick thing. So yeah, so there's this road section where you can buy stations. You can buy stations for this. In the road section, there's also rail and boat and air, but we're not onto that yet. And yarn, you just click. You click A to go onto it, and then A to find a station on my controller thingy. I don't know what it is. And then X to make a new line, and then when you're on your line, X to add another station. And then these are where you buy vehicles. And they've changed it since then, so it pins to roads. originally it didn't. When this came out, it wouldn't have. It was original update.
Everything's all set. Now, what you have to do is to get hold of a cart to transport the wood.
So what you need to do is, if I'm on my thing, I need to click on it, then go X, and then find the vehicle, and it has cargo type. So if you yuck, I can't point to it, on cargo type, so it has top speed, which is how fast it can go up, engine type, which is horse, power, which is 1.4, yeah, that power and horsepower for me, then capacity, which is how many it can hold if quite explosive, and the cargo type is what it can take. And for the horse-drawn carriage, the top one, that can take passengers, but the bottom one can only take yachts. And that's only because of the scenario. Normally it will say, and it can say all cargo, which is all cargo. And then and it's sometimes for boats it's a bit weird where you can have mixed. And also, yes, you can mix two train bits. I'll explain that later. And the yoding speed is how quickly does it yode. Emissions is only really relevant if you're in a town. It's how much noise does it make and how does it affect that town. Weight is just if you want to plug in. Age. The build date is when can you buy it. So this is 1850 to 1905. And the lifespan is in years. You can also change the clock, which won't be shown, but so this lasts 3 years, this lasts 7. But I'm having to take yogs, so I have to use the American horse-drawn carriage. Oh, also in the top right, it tells you how much it costs and how much it costs to maintain. And at the bottom of the description, oh, at the top it has the name as well. At the bottom it says something about it.
A sturdy vehicle. The transport can get started. It won't be long before it's possible to dig deeper. Now then, good luck.
Also, I'm just going to explain. Actually, I'll probably explain it. No, here, I might as well explain it now. So, you can yuck. And this, you see, balance, that's how much if it's earning or using. It's not massively good for trains and boats, but for air and road, and also frequent trains it works. Sometimes the trains don't deliver in the time of the fiscal year. So then there's the rate, which is how many is it getting per year. Which stuff produce at a certain rate. So this produces 400. So we want to get on here, but it does it in each section. So it does 100, and then it kind of increases to 200, then 300, then 400, and it needs the other things to be quite high. But that doesn't actually upgrade. That's different. I'll explain that when I get onto that. Frequency is how many seconds between it, and cargo is if it's full or not. I don't really look at that. And also that tells you how old the vehicles are. Also, the vehicles don't die after their age. They have increased emissions, and that also there is an intermediary. So maintenance, if I just look at these guys, they're very good condition. They can also be good, medium, bad, and then I'll just show you. So this is the how many destinations there are. So the top one's public transport, bottom one's cars, and you can increase cars by connecting them to different cities. Same with passenger, and quality is the top one is stations, how busy stations are. Passenger, I think it's passenger. I'm not sure if it's cargo or not. The middle one is traffic, how good the traffic is, which it's normally very lenient with that one. And emissions is the most annoying one in my opinion. It tells you how loud it is. And if you want to yuck, I can't actually see it yet. I'll show you it later with the overview. The ultimate strategy is to just have like an absurd amount running. You're not supposed to do this, but I'm going to do it because I like to when I want to. You can also configure stations to add more bits, because also when this number when there's an exclamation mark, that means it's overfilling, which means certain bits are being used. So it's best to extend if that's happening. And also like this, even though it says production 400, for these you want to look at the shipment. That gives you the actual number it's producing. The 400 is just what's going to be producing if you set your line rate to 400 and wait a while. This has got a rate of 99, so it's going to stay at shipment of about 100. Not just because that's the amount shipping, but that's the amount it wants to ship. I'm surprised it's not called Virginia City Forest.
Not everything that glitters is gold. Maybe your poker partner was sharper than you thought. Despite all the hardship, the mine only brings in a few chunks.
Oh.
So, rid of the silver mine for a decent amount.
Huh.
Time to invest.
Oh, sorry, it keeps cutting out. At best, you ought to get rid of it before it ruins you. Luckily, new greenhorns constantly get stranded in Virginity, who you can peddle, that confounds pits it for good money, and that's, you need to get rid of silver mine for decent money. Oh, you've got rid of the silver mine for decent money. Yeah, you get 10 million or something. Time to invest the money in a lucrative venture. There's an excellent opportunity. All the ore from the mine must be transported to silver mines down the river. A railroad, or I would say a railway because I speak British English, that takes over the transport would be a promising venture. Or at least I say railway because that's how I speak. So you need to select a cargo station, which is in here. That you can get passenger ones. It's a modular terminus station for cargo. So this one only has it on one end. Then you need to change the length. So on you click on it in the second section if you look, but I only have access to this. And then you can go press Y to look at how many tracks you want and how long you want it. It wants to be 120. There we go.
Requires a few very twisted curves.
So here we need tunnels and bridges. So a tunnel, quick thing, it's not going to need this, but you can bend routes, which means if you want to do bridges, that probably is a better example. But tunnels, you can also with a tunnel cut a gore into it, but it costs more. But there is no functioning difference aside from having a tunnel. There is something different. Oh, this is just a really tight curve. With bridges, you can get multiple different types of bridges. And bridges have a limitation. So stone bridge, you can only get 90 kilometers an hour, which doesn't really matter for the trenches of this period. And this costs more and you can't... Oh, actually, what? Oh, in this case it costs yes, which is strange. So actually you should probably do the other one in this case. But I'm going to do a stone bridge. And also you can use them to get over the river.
Build a railroad route that rapidly
Railway.
transports all the ore to the valley.
So then we go into here. Oh, you have to click on the station with A. And you can't, I can't click on here. It's going to have a moaning effect. Yeah, it is. I just hope it is, because that's what it's supposed to do. And then we give it
A
here.
respectable railroad calls for a proper railroad yard.
Dude, it hurts as a Brit. So then this is a train pot. Depot. I don't know how to pronounce it. You can also see how much it costs to place it. Also, if you delete something early after,
Just needs to be connected.
so you just need to. Oh, so if you yerk, this tells you the speed. The straighter the path, straighter the railway, the harder speed. But if it crosses over something, it will sometimes slow down. So if it's all curved and stuff, this has a limited speed. These can only go up to 120. I'm trying to explain it all.
To buy a beautiful locomotive together with a few freight cars.
So yeah, that's. I'm just trying to explain it all. So when you play, you could I'll probably end up explaining it more. So then again, it tells you this, but it doesn't tell you the cargo because this is a locomotive. But it does tell you tractive effort, which I just ignore. I just look at horsepower, which I know I'm not supposed to do. And these don't have power in them, so it doesn't tell you the horsepower because these are just for the transporting. And then it asked us to. So if you look, there's 4 sets of everything, and they go from 1850 to 1950, every 50 years they do. I might do a campaign just to show you, as well as, yeah, cool, just a guide. And then it wants us to have 3. Also, so at the bottom it has some stats. Going from left to right, so first of all it says new train. It says how much it costs per vehicle, how much capacity it has, what speed it can get up to, how young it is, and how much horsepower it has, and the power rating. So there is a way to actually flip. What does it mean, flip? I don't know what flip does. Actually, I've just looked. So you can also colour them, which I just realised. Oh, you can also scroll. You can also read all that if you want to. So yeah, and this trains cost a yacht, but they can earn yacht money. Not as much as planes, though. Planes are real.
Time to send it on its maiden journey.
I just realised how random the word maiden is.
Ore transport is picking up speed.
Ah,
With
it's
a little
not.
luck, it'll make you richer than all the silver in Nevada ever will.
That wouldn't make any sense, but okay. Oh, Here is Carson City. Oh, who needs it? There's a station here. That's not very good. That's not very good. Just needing it. Oh, I can't even. Oh, also, it will start producing. So every time something drops off, it gives a profit. Also, it goes by the amount of stuff in it and how far it's travelled. That means that if I made a really winding route, I'd earn an absurd amount of money. And people have exploited that, and that's why planes are so stupidly profitable and trucks are so unprofitable. I mean, they still turn a profit. Oh. I'm just going to pause while I wait for it to reconnect. There we go. So, sorry, I live in the countryside where the signal wasn't amazing or something. These are bonus tasks.
First train is rolling down the line. People are dropping everything to cheer your marvel of engineering. Don't pass up the chance to climb aboard. Give them a friendly wave.
So you can have these bonus tasks that you can accept or decline. I always accept them because I might as well, even though some of them are impossible, basically. So you need to accept.
Let's have a big round of applause.
Now this is a cool mechanic I can show you. So I'm using B for inspector. It has the bottom controls in. You've got a B inspector, and you can click onto vehicles with A to look at them, and it gives you a few stats. It says enter cockpit, which I'll show you, even though this is a train. It shouldn't be called a cockpit, I don't think. You can set to a certain line. In this case, only 2 because it only shows out of its type. You can send it to depot, which just sends it back to the depot because it's actually at the depot, and then you set it to the eye. Back, this is selling the vehicle. It doesn't sell for as much as he bought it for because obviously. You can open vehicle manager, which gives you a bunch of more stats, which I'll show you. Set color, reverse, stop. Those should be quite obvious. So this you can again set line, again sell, and then send it to the. But you can also double. You can also clone it, which takes the selected vehicle and selected amount of vehicles and doubles it. And so it has identical of that amount of that specific vehicle type. So that also includes vehicles. So edit, I'm actually going to explain. So edit vehicles is only possible with trains because trains are custom made. Everything else isn't custom made. I say custom made, you could run a multi-set, but you can't modify a truck, you can't modify a tram, you can't modify a plane, you can't modify a boat. So edit is only true with trains where you edit the parts of the train. So I could add a carriage or remove one. And then you can replace, which just replaces everything. That you can also do with all vehicles. Editing with trains is cheaper than replacing. And yes, you want to delete everything and then put it back, at which point they're the same cost. And you should probably replace it because it's quicker. Set maintenance, that is to see how much it costs to maintain it, which increases the condition, so it's not as bad condition, which I very rarely do. And then set color, which I don't think I ever do. I think I did it for some buses once, but I haven't really done it because I'm not a fan. That tells you how much cargo, that tells you profit from left to right. So it's line, it tells you on the top the line, then on the bottom section on the top of that, it tells you the line, it tells you which station it's going to, it tells you how much, and then below the line, it tells you if it's earning or using money and how much, if so, what speed it's going at, and at the bottom it tells you how much cargo, and then it has all those set parameters. Anyways, I'm going to, so this is all the stats for the vehicle. You can go look at them if you want. I'll show you this. There we go. There are a bunch of random stuff. I could not do.
There's no end
Yeah.
to the rejoicing.
You just
All
clone it.
thanks to you.
And then you can mess around with here. You can trigger horn. You can also do with that with bears for some reason. It's really funny. Hooray! There went to the rejoicing. That's a bit random. So there we go. I have already explained so much of the fundamental game's mechanics. Yeah, I might as well show you what it looks like to look at trucks. So if I look, also I can go onto a line, it tells me all the vehicles and their names, because they get names, and if you don't name them, it just sorts it by. Also, you can change the name of vehicles and of yarns which I sometimes do, but I never end up bothering to do. You can also paint the entire. Oh, no, you can paint the eye. If I want to change the shade of the eye. Let's say I want to change it to yog colour, which is more like. Nah, that's wood. That's green. Now I've got to find yog colour. There we go. I've changed that to yog colour. Let's say I want to change this to silver colour. That's more like beige, but there is also some mods that expand the colours there. And then I want to paint all these vehicles the same shade as the eye. It also just picks a random colour for the eye, but keeps the vehicles at their base colour if you don't select it. Have I painted the horses or something? No, I paint the outside of the carriage. Each vehicle has its own way of being painted. So if I want to paint this silver, I'm just showing you how to do it. It's this, I think. So then this is how a... Oh, also, you normally get multiple locomotives. Also, this is the American set of vehicles, so you can compare them. That's interesting how it costs so much.
Thanks to your railway, silver smelting is moving fast and furious. Meanwhile, all sorts of fine ladies and high-class gents get off in Carson City. Make sure they don't ruin their good shoes on the muddy streets.
So now I'm going to show you.
Find out about the needs of your future passengers.
So this is cool. This shows you what the land use is. Which it tells you if it's residential, which is green, commercial, which is blue, industry, which is yellow, which tends to be a very common setup. You can also tell the other.
Services are needed to the same degree everywhere in town.
There we go. Oh, it didn't get me.
Coaches don't miss any stops.
Now we've got to do a line, and we go like here, and here, and here.
Build a depot where the horses can be hitched up. Coaches can wait.
I'm just going to finish the line, because it's currently a bit off. Yeah, it's not allowing me to. But this, I've doubled these up because I like doubling them up. I want to double this up, but I can't. And now we can buy passenger, which I'm just going to put on the end there.
Just a few coaches with
They want
horses
3 here.
get started.
I've already explained all this. See, I was so smart, wasn't I? Now,
Great. Passengers are already waiting.
yeah, chance for 5 passengers. So you see this top thing, having destinations will increase the amount, and the plus means that that's how much out of the original population, which is at this bottom, in the target population, you have the original, which for this one's 105, plus the percentage of gain, or minus the percentage of loss, if it's minus, and that's the number. And for the quality, they can go down, but go very good, at which point they shrink. And for these, they can only go up. You can also do other stuff, but we aren't on that yet, so... Oh, also, by the way, you don't get silver in the normal game. It's only found in campaign, to my experience.
The
Oh,
reporter, a certain Mr. Clemens,
Oh,
has
it is.
revealed his source to you. An old good-for-nothing by the name of
Sorry.
Sam Hawkins.
Yeah.
Supposed to be in the saloon in Virginia City. Could be it means buying him a couple of shots of hard liquor before he comes up with the truth.
So, a quick thing that you can just read that if you want to. I'm not reading it. So, also for X, you can locate it, which is nice. Because I don't actually have to look, and then we just click on the question mark.
The good man was happy to provide information. The monster got a few feet taller with each
Huh.
whiskey you bought. Word has it that it gobbles up whole cows. Picks the remains out of its teeth with a wagon tongue. Our informer thinks it's hanging around near the Ponderosa Ranch, if he's not mistaken.
Which is this, and it's going to be important later.
Old Cartwright and
Ah.
his son didn't take too kindly to your visit to the Ponderosa Ranch. Apparently, you're not the first to be hot on the monster's heels. The rancher claims that dozens laid siege to their land just when he was about to run them off. They hurried away towards Lake Tahoe with the paper hot off the presses in their hands.
And then we can finally follow the Astkoi, which is here.
The Territorial Enterprise reports. The Wild Man is dead. His body was committed to the waters of Lake Tahoe, where it will sink to a depth of over 600 feet, be encased motionless in a block of ice, and shrink to the size of a small child due to the high pressure. Well, I guess not much can be done about that.
That's another bonus, which you get stars, I think. I know, I don't know what you get them for. This is just coming back. Now I'm free. It's got a rate of 20, which is probably a bit too much, but I haven't even worked out passenger yards yet. And I've played the game for about 6 days worth. I mean, not about AFK, but still.
We're not too long ago, there was nothing more than a dreary two town. A magnificent little city now flourishes, thanks to your transportation services. The locals even call it the miracle of Carson City. More and more people want to try their luck there. Obstacles shouldn't be put in their way. Get into the passenger business. Your tickets will be the hottest item in town.
Yeah, now we've got all the
The rest of
passengers.
the world is finally connected to Carson City, a veritable boom town.
So we're going to build a passenger station, which is the other side. It wants us to be... And I think it wants it to be 120. 120, we just want one track, yeah. I think. Because we're going to run one train. And then we have to do the railway, which... There's also maximum, yeah. So 120 is the maximum speed we can set it to. So I'm just going to do that. I think if you do it shorter, it costs less. But that's... I'm just going to redo that. I'm just redoing it. Please say yes, redo it. Yeah, it does. That means that's all 120, because if you straighten that out, it works. I was going to do something. Oh, yeah. It's 2 card. See, that costs 13 pounds. That's a costly mistake. But, especially early campaign, you've got plenty of money. Even the Yater campaign, I'm still running out of money. I did run out in the Shinkansen. I'm throwing in money. I did run out when I was doing the Shinkansen thing, but that is extremely annoying. Shinkansen campaign. We want, again, a Baldwin 6-wheeler. Also, you want to match the top speed of your things that are being pulled to your locomotive. You can also push them, but I want to keep it. You want to keep it maybe mediocre or good for your power rating, especially. Yeah. And then transport 20 to Carson City and 20 to Reno. A good thing you should do in this situation is what I did originally, and I think I still do it. I'm gonna do it like this. Is have a ute going round. Or a straight line, depending on what you think should do better. This town's in quite a strange shape. So if I just start it here, so this we want to have this one go out. Yoink, 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 yoink.
There's firewood up in Glenbrook.
It's interrupted me.
Engines in the Silverworks puffing real nice. But watch out that you don't cross paths with the Cartwrights from the Ponderosa Ranch. They're not the kind of folks to tangle with.
Now I will accept that. I just need to finish this. So yellow arena, won't we? Which means that we go back up here. And then the other one, I'm just gonna run like go. I think these are different. I think these cover most of the routes. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can duplicate all these and set all these to line 5. And then set all these to line 6. Now, time to accept.
You barely got away from Cartwright, boys. Now get a respectable load of logs down to the valley as fast as possible before the ranchers come back again.
I just want to have that there. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, this is gonna be easy because it's on the way up is the way empty. I have to transport 20 each way. You know it's gonna start going up. Another idea. It allows me to build a station, right? Yeah. So it allows me to build a station. So something I'm going to do is connect this R. Yeah, that would be real expensive. And I'm going to double track it, even though these yarns are not going to be running to the same place. They're going to be running to different places. And it should just get me to do that. Actually, we can just run them. Because actually, the game is quite nice about this. I can just add a track here. And then just add passenger platforms. Also a good idea, I'm going to add a large main building. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to here. Also, if you look, there's this this dark grey box that appears when you leave the station. And if you place a station near it, it fills in to the same stop that that one was. Which I'm actually going to connect. So actually what we're going to do is I'm going to remove lots of these. This is going to be a ute that we're going to do. So this is yoink yoink, and then we can just go. Then we will just have another one that runs from here to here to here to here. So we're going to add that many there, plus then we're just gonna have this run here to here. It doesn't like it. It's being a bit weird, I don't know why. Oh, I didn't connect it, that's why. See, this is a problem I face. Oh, it's a bit annoying. There's a problem I face. I forget to put rail yarns in. Expect me to see, if you look at any of my other content, you're probably going to see it way too much. I'm not the best at remembering. Yes, it says cargo station. It's not a cargo station. I am aware of that. I know it's a bit inefficient to build another one, so I'm going to show you another strategy you might do. After you place one, you might delete it. Also, it pushes the train, which has a few fun effects. Actually, there's not a bus line right now, which is a missed opportunity. This is going to be a through line I'm going to show you. Oh no, because that might be more fitting for the situation in Virginia City. This is a bit frequent for the stops. If you look, you see this white area. Any building outlined in white is connected. There's a glitch in the game that shows it if buildings really close. Sometimes it doesn't show it with passenger stops. It doesn't show buildings like in-game, like auto-generated buildings that generate with the game processes, like houses and stuff and industry. Doesn't show them if it's dead close, but it should be quite obvious if. And you're not supposed to double up where the lines are. It tells you that. Like if I added a bit again, that right here, it says this is broken. But you shouldn't put them consecutively. But I'm actually doing it to different sides of this station, so it is fine in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at line 10. So this is why you should rename your lines. I'm not going to. Are there any people waiting here? They can get there by line. 5% it can. It's a really weird shape for a town, which is why it struggles so much. Do you have, how many people are on here? 0. It's gonna pick some people up. Yeah, this is what takes so long. I've currently recording for, just so I know, for future self, 38 minutes. This is going to be about a 40-minute video. It's about as long as I actually get to episode 1 from right now. By the way, so the next episode is going to be the next campaign. So I'm doing a live stream series, but I'm yet expert at the end. I can do these first ones really well. I'm an expert at the game. I can do the first campaign fine. Quite well. I can do it. I can show you how to do it. I can probably show you how to do the second one, but I might be a bit rusty. I did struggle when I didn't actually have to search up for one of the second ones, because I didn't understand at all how it worked. So even I get it wrong. That makes sense though. You're gonna DM people to yeah, this is the problem. It takes a bit slow, these trains early on. Oh, so some people like I say really famous, an expert in this field. There we go. That's what a good word. Oh. So if you do Y, it gives you a bunch of things that you can look. So you can look at data OVAs. Just this one, it only shows you YAN use, but there's a lot of other things. You can look at statistics, or stats, but you can't. In here, finances. So you can take a loan out if you want by borrowing, and you start off with a loan in the free game. But yeah, and this tells you what's earning money, what's using money, and then you can click on each category except interest, which is quite explanatory, and other, which is basically you've started out in the campaign, you've been gifted a lot of money. Oh, also the campaigns have limited years. I'll show you what that is later on. Oh, I'll have to explain it with like Shinkansen, because I'm gonna have to take ages with Shinkansen for reasons. Why I hate these. Oh, here is something I cannot place it yet, so I'm going to have to show you later. Oh, also the game places in game roads, which is why it's so weird. This is not going to be earning money, I'm sure of it. See, this train's now taking people to Virginia City, which is nice. Carson City has now had 16 people taken to it by train. This is going to take quite a while.
Thanks to the supply,
Yeah.
Silverport processing is running in full swing, which means your transport business too.
This is still going to be earning money, which is why I still want to fully invest. $80. Oh me, I made it 80. Stop. 23, so that's going to cover all the ones to Reno. And then that's going to cover all the ones to Carson City. I love and hate these trains. They're so slow, but yeah. Oh yeah, so this is the passenger one, and it's full going between these two. So Virginia City must have grown. Oh, you can also look at the you can look at these town statistics. So there's also the size of it over time, shopping facilities, jobs, population, and you can also look at where people are going, and how much of them are using lines, and how much are going there for shopping work. And you can also look at what supplies cargo for it. In this case, there is none. There will be irrelevant when I go on to the next one, which is Dutch East Indies. I think it's the Dutch East Indies. And by I think, I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah, I don't know why you don't get silver in the normal game. This is a massive swarm. This will cost an absurd amount. Oh, also, there's a cool trick. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. If I go in here, yeah. So, if you go into this, you can change how much it wants to load and what cargo it wants to load. You can change if you want to force it to full load and how much minimum, or if you want to load it for variable full load any, which is for things with multiple compartments, which are boats and planes. And I think trains, wagons, I'm not sure. And you can set the maximum and minimum. It doesn't matter if it's loaded variable. Minimum does, maximum doesn't. Full load is if the maximum is the maximum until it decides to give up. But there is a cool mechanic you can turn on. So you have certain terminals that it's going to prefer, but for trucks you can turn on too. This is something I recently learned, which means it will prefer the one that you set, I think, but the other one it won't. Also, these you can only drop off in these. These are just for dropping off. So you can only set what you want to drop off in. So now, if I'm not mistaken, I turn this other one on, which means it should try and distribute, or maybe it doesn't distribute. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm being wrong. All I know is it definitely distributes the vehicles. And yes, I've cut a massive gorge in here. Thing is, we're going to need this amount of room because there's going to be a yacht of trucks coming in. And they're going to take a yacht of cargo. So that's the maximum you can make a road station. Train station's about 500 odd. That's quite a yacht, and it's cutting into the mountain. But here is a yacht of vehicles. Bringing people to Reno. What? Bringing people to Reno is something weird. That's weird. Did I not go to Reno? How many people are waiting here? 49.50. So the train's actually over to. Oh no, it's not.
Cluster of pathetic shacks has become the swankiest town in the whole West, where you find the most exquisite shops, the best saloons, and the loveliest ladies of ill repute far and wide. Many an opportunity suggests itself to spend those silver dollars you so richly deserve. Your railroad business is the real gold mine in the state of Nevada.
I thought the gold mine was in California. Gold rush, I mean. I was right. So, yeah, that is it done. Going to go back on. This is the one we're doing tomorrow, or next video.
Tropical jewel in the midst of the Indian Ocean.
So that's the one we're going to do next time, is coffee and colonialism. Name me a more iconic duo. Might be Cologne. Might be. No, I can't say that. So please subscribe if you. So please subscribe if you want to see all my other. You can go onto the channel page to see other content. I'm doing a series which is a bit proper of me just doing the campaign, but it's kind of me winging it, having no idea how to do it. I haven't done this before. I haven't done that bit before. This I've done before. I've done this. The other one about 3 times. This one about second time doing it. Plus I've seen Guarantee do it like 4 times. So I should know how to do this one. I haven't actually got all 3 on Coffee and Colonialism though. Also, I'm going to show you how to get all 3, which is something actually I haven't even done. So props to me. I might do some experimentation with it, and I'm also showing you how to play the game generally, which is nice. Anyways, there will be another video coming out eventually. Knowing my upload schedule, this is going to come out 2 months after I end up recording this, and the next one's going to come out 2 years after it, because my upload schedule is phenomenal. Well, it's not phenomenal. It's phenomenally boring, but my iTunes is. I'm going to end up finding something wrong with this recording. It's going to take me a month to do it. The desktop audio is quite good in this one, to be fair. Anyways. Yeah, so you like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think other people enjoy it, or help people learn. Yes, I've said subscribe if you want to see more content, or just visit the channel page. Or we might have some recommendations if my brain only works with laptops and phones. So if you're on your phone, you can scroll and you've got it horizontal. You can scroll up, push it up to see some stuff. And if you're on your laptop, you can zoom out to see some other stuff. Anyone who isn't on a laptop or a phone, I don't know what you're on. A TV. What else would someone be on? A games console? And you can watch it on Xbox. Yeah. So anyways. Smash the bell if you want to see new content, like the next video of this playlist. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And bye-bye.